Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from group 11 will present the title of Thomas Hobbes. Thank you for Dr. Munir and all the classmates for watching this presentation. Our group have 7 members and I the first, Radah binti Muhammad Rosli 047695. The introduction. Thomas Hobbes. Thomas Hobbes was born near Malmesbury, England in 1588. Thomas Hobbes was a known political philosopher who was best remembered of his work, which is Leviathan, which established some of the basic principles of English liberal thought. Thomas Hobbes also received his pedal in sport and the nature science in Paris, known as Gassendi and Descartes. The Thomas Hobbes of the one most enthusiastic people in support of the philosophy of the new mechanism, which was progressed in senior Copernicus and Galileo and scholar of science. And also, as for his most famous book, he was writing letter titled In Human Nature. Then the famous book whose title is Composed Leviathan. In October of 1679, he fell seriously ill and suffered a stroke in December of that year, which is shortly thereafter result in his death. He was buried near Hartwich Hall under a tombstone with an inscription purposely writing by himself. He was a virtuous man, and for his reputation for learning, he was well known at home and abroad. But this is just a rumors that the Thomas Hobbes had formally proposed. This is the true philosopher stone. So this presentation will be continued by my friend. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ismi Raudatun Nikmah binti Azhari, Raqmu Tulaba Sif 468 Sif 8. طيب. يعرف حوبس الفلسفة بأنها فهم النتائج أو ظواهر الطبيعة بالرجوع إلى أسبابها، أو هي فهم هذه الأسباب تفسيرها بما نستنبطها من النتائج التي تقع تحت ملاحظتنا استنباطا صحيحا. The meanings, Hobbes defines philosophy as an understanding of the results of phenomena of nature by referring to their causes, or by understanding these reasons. They explain them by what we deduce from the results that fall under our observation correctly. ثم وأما الغاية المقصودة من الفلسفة فهي أن تمكننا من تغيير بما سيحدث من نتائج، وبهذا نستطيع أن نستغلها في حياتنا العملية. ويرى هوبس أن كل ما نحصلها من المعرفة إنما جاءنا عن الطريق الحواس بما ينطبع عليها من أثار انبعثت من الأشياء الخارجية. As for the intended purpose of philosophy, it is to enable us to foresee what will happen to the outcome, and thus we can exploit it in our practical lives. I believe that all that we obtain from knowledge came to us through the sense, including the effects that were emanated from external things. Okay. هذه الآثار المنبعثة تنشأ من حركات معينة تطرأ على الأجسام المادية موجودة في العالم الخارجي، وإذن فأصل المعرفة تحرك المادة في المكان. ولما كان واجب الفلسفة أن تدرس المعرفة وكيفية تحصيلها. Then these emitted effects arise from certain movements that occur on the physical bodies in the outside world. And then the origin of knowledge move matter in place, whereas the duty of philosophy is to study knowledge and how to obtain it. كان لزاما عليها أن تحصر مجهودها في دراسة الأجسام المادية وحدها. أما كل ما عدا المادة من روحانيات فينبغي أن نتركها للوحي والإلهام، ولا يجوز لنا أن نحاط بين العقيدة والعقل، فحيث ينتهى الثاني تبدأ الأولى، وحيث ينتهى العلم يبدأ الإيمان. He had to limit his efforts to studying the material bodies alone. As for all spiritual matters except the subject, we must leave it for revelation and inspirations, and it is not permissible for us to muddle between belief and reason. For when the second ends, the first begins, and where knowledge ends, faith begins. Shukran.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nuizati binti Maksirat 046319. Alright, I want to continue our group presentation about Thomas Hobbes. As my friend has been said before, Thomas Hobbes is a philosopher with whom it is difficult to classify. His general outlooks was inspired by Galileo rather than Bacon's. Alright. ويرى هوبس أن العالم يتكون من أجسام الطبيعة وأجسام السياسية. At here, Thomas Hobbes believed the world is made out of natural substances and political body. Natural substances is processed with our sense like water, air, and tree, while political substance, the political body, object that can decide their own. Alright, تعرف فلسفة تنقسم صعبتين. فلسفة طبيعية التي تبحث في الأشياء وتكوينها، الفلسفة المدينة وتبحث في المجتمع ونشأته. Alright. Therefore, we will see his philosophy is divided into two portions, which is natural philosophy and civil philosophy. Natural philosophy is looking at the things and their composition, while civil philosophy is looking at the society and the origin. Alright. For my next slides, Hobbes المادية ظهورا جاليا في نظريته السياسية. Okay, the political theory by Thomas Hobbes. Alright. Hobbes' materialistic shows clearly in his political theory. It is the most important aspect of his philosophy. إذ يذهب إلى أن الدولة إنما تتألف من ذرات اجتمع بعضها إلى بعض فكان من اجتماعها الدولة. As he says that the nature to make out of atoms that have joined together to form complete body. Same to natural phenomena is formed by movement of things, like house must be a combination of steel, stone, cement, water and iron to be a complete house. Okay, as the natural world depends for its formation the movement between attraction and resistance in it. So society has been not established except in the basis of movement and resistance. Okay. إنسانية في حالتها الطبيعية الأولى في إيراب متصل عنيف لا ينقطع الحرب بين أفرادها. Okay. Humanity is the first natural state in a violent continuous fight. What is interrupted between the members? كان احتفاظ الإنسان بذاته هو الخير. الأسماء الموت هو أبدأ والأبغض سرور. Okay, at here. What is interacted between the members? Can see the reason of everyone is preservation is the supreme goods. That is the most the most hated of devils, and the law of nature is to strengthen the life. Hobbes is preferred to monarchy. So we can see here a political theory of Hobbes is society has only established a basis of movements and resistance among individuals. Humanity is in the first natural state in the violence and persist struggle without war between its members. Therefore, the retention the retention of the individual itself is the highest goods, and that is the most evil of evils. The law of nature is to strengthen the primal human aspects and work together to prevent that. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Atika binti Hassan. My number matric 047173. Okay, I will continue my friend presentation about Thomas Hobbes. Okay, in Thomas Hobbes philosophy have a 2 point. First, natural, and 2, civil philosophy. And in civil philosophy have a civil society, and I will represent about the civil society. Okay, بالنسبة لحبس تتمثل الوظيفة الطابعة للمجتمع المدني في إنتاج والحيازات الملكية وتراكم رأس المال وتوسيع الأسواق والثقافة والفن وضرورية على أعمال الحياة اعتماد على دولة قوية. وهذا يعني أن هذا البلد هو الذي يجعل وجود المجتمع المدني ممكنا. ويرى هوبس أن الدولة أعلى من المجتمع المدني وشرط الأساسي لتشكيل المجتمع المدني هو الدولة. The meaning is about civil society in a state, in a country. According to Hobbes, the normal function of civil society is the production and acquisition of property, the accumulation of capital, and the expansion of market, culture, art, and the general necessities of life, depending on a strong country and state. The means that is the country that makes the existence of civil society possible. Hobbes' sister state as superior to civil society, and the prerequisite is a power of law. For the formation of civil society is the state. The meaning is about in the country have a civil society to make a country form is freedom and peaceful. Is according to Hobbes. Okay, next, الأفراد بين التعاقد. هذا التعاقد بين الأفراد هو أساس الاجتماع والقاعدة التي تقوم عليها الدولة، ولكن هذا العقد لا يمكن تنفيذه وتحقيق ما لا يمثل أحد البلاد كلها. هذا التعاقد بين الأفراد هو أساس الاجتماع والقاعدة التي تقوم عليها الدولة، ولكن هذا التعاقد لا يمكن تنفيذه وتحقيقه إلا قبل جميع الفرد واحد منهم تمثل في شخص الدولة كلها، وتكون إرادة هي الكائن النافذ وليس سواء الخطأ وخير والشر وفاضلة والزادلة إلى ما تريد هذه قوة الحاكمة. ويستحيل أن يوازن النظام في جماعة إلا إذا وقر في النفوس جميع أنهم يفيزون خيرا باحترام لرئاسهم أعلى وخضوعهم له. بالنسبة لحبس فإن العاقد اجتماع المعاني ليس عن قدر عين الحكومة والمحكومين، ولكن بين أولئك الذي يحكمهم أولئك الذين يصنعون الحكومة. That means about الأفراد بين التعاقد is agreement, contract, social for Hobbes. The main is this contract cannot be implemented and achieved unless one represents the whole country. It is impossible for the system to prevail in a group unless they think they will get better benefit by honoring the present and the king everything to him. So, for Hobbes, the social contract is a ta'akud contract. For a question is not a contract between the government and the rule, but the between whose rule by the make to the government in have a peaceful and freedom country for.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nazia Amni binti Zulkifli, metric number 047498. I would like to continue my first presentation about Thomas Hobbes. Theories that trace all observed effects to matter and motions are called mechanical. Hobbes was thus a mechanical materialist. He held that nothing but material things are real, and he thought that the subject matter of all the natural science consists of the motions of material things at different levels of generality. فأنت ترى من هذا النظام هوبس السياسي هو نتيجة مباشرة لنظريته المادية، إذ يصور لنفسه الدولة آلة عظيمة هي كل شيء، ولا يكون فيها للأفراد حرية الرأي ولا إملاء للضمير، بل وتزهق فيها كل عقيدة دينية تتعارض مع ما تراه الدولة حقا وخيرا، وهذا التصور للدولة يقابل رأيه في الكون بأنه يسير سيرا عاليا، وكل ما يقع فيه مسير بقوة مادية. We can see that Hobbes' political system is a direct result of his materialistic theory, as he projects a nation as a great mechanism, and this mechanism is everything, which is individuals have neither freedom of opinion nor detention of conscience. In addition to that, any religion or belief that contradicts what the state deems to be right and good will be eradicated. This perception of Hobbes about the concept of nation corresponds to his view of the universe moving mechanically, and everything that falls in it driven by material power. ويسمي هوبس الدولة بالتنين الجبار the Great Leviathan لأنها تمتلئ في جوفها كل الأفراد الذين تنمحي شخصياتهما وإرادتهم أمام شخصيتها وإرادتها. Hobbes regarded the nation as the mighty dragon, the Great Leviathan, because it swallows in its core all the individuals inside him. He is the nation, and he is the representation of one in the nations. وإنما دفع هوبس إلى هذه الآراء السياسية ما قام في عهده من صورة زلزلة عرش الملكية في إنجلترا، وأقامت على أنقاضها جمهورية رئيسها كرومويل زعيم الثوار. The reason why Hobbes pushed these political views because of what happened in England during the revolutions against the throne of the Queen that shook the throne of the monarchy in England, and established on the ruins of the Republic of its president Cromwell, who was the leader of the revolution. فأجاب هوبس على تلك الحركة بفلسفته الاجتماعية التي تقرر للملك قوة مطلقة وتلغي كل إرادة للأشخاص وتنكر على الأفراد حق المعارضة والثورة على ولي أمرهم. That was the reason why Hobbes came up with his social philosophy, which decided that the king has absolute power, abolished all the will of the people, and denies individuals the right to oppose and revolt against their leader instead. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Karunisa binti Mazlan. My metric number 046289. So the next is Ad-Dawlah in the Hubs wal Insan At-Tabi'i. The state according Hobbes, Thomas Hobbes, and human nature. First, Ad-Dawlah in the Hubs, hiya kullu shay. That means there is no religion except what the government agrees, and no truth except what the Sultan proclaims. Business values are only measured by one thing, which is a law of the state, which the king imposes an obligation. Second, wala yara Hobbes anna fil insan ضميرا يسعى الركن إليه في الحكم على الأعمال والأشياء إن الدين والأخلاق هما من سلم الدولة وإنشائها. Hobbes does not see that a person has a concern relying on him in judging deeds and things. Religion and morals are either the state and its creation. Human beings who will always seek to increase their power, and as long as they live, they will want more power, wealth, and glory. It is true that self-preservation is an instinct that every living creature has, but men differ because their love for material things is what motivates them to continue on life. Moreover, there is no order in the state of nature, not because there are animalistic behaviors among men, but because there is no common standard, no objective value or principle, and no objective morality. Thus, the only way men perceive, know, feel, or judge anything that is in the world around them is according to how it strikes them. Good and evil and other moral categories are all based on personal desire and aversion. Also, there is no justice or injustice. In fact, whatever one considers just is just. If one thinks the contrary, then he is right as well. Uh, Third is وما هو جدير بالذكر في هذا الصدد ما بين هوبز وروسو من شبهه في نظرية العقد الاجتماعي أفكل فيلسوف يرى أن الدولة أساسها تعاقد بين الأفراد ولكنهما يختلفان فيما يترتب على هذا الأساس من نتائج أشد الخلاف. What is worth noting in this regard is what Hobbes and Rousseau have in theory the social contract. The two philosophers think that the state is based on a contract between individuals, but they differ in the consequence of this basis from the result of the most severe disagreement. So the concept of social contract theory is that in the beginning men lived in the state of nature. There had no government and there was no law to regulate them. There were hardship and oppression on the section of the society. To overcome from these hardships, they enter into two agreements, which are the pactum of unionists and the pactum subjectionis. By the first pact of unionists, people sought protection of their life and property. As a result of it, a society was formed where people undertook to respect each other and live in peace and harmony. By the second pact of subjectionists, people united together and pledged to obey an authority and surrendered the whole or part of their freedom and right to an authority. To ensure their escape from the state of nature, they must both agree to live together under common laws and create an enforcement mechanism for the social contract and the law that constitute it. Thus, the authority or the government or the sovereign or the state came into being because of the two agreements. هذا فقط مني.
Lastly, Rousseau said that ordinary people, not enemies, do not pretend, but they remain the same because they are naturally friendly and sympathetic, and they relate to meet to unite their effort in the progress and perfection of mankind. Rousseau said that the people only contract so that they all have the same right and obligation, and no individual more than one individual is distinguished from them, and therefore the government for him must be democratic, and that the people have the right to overthrow the government if it depart from the street, because they are the source all power. Thank you.